Hello, right now I'm going to shoot my PC-FX review slash kind of a pickup, because in my last video, which was a pickup video, I said that I had a PC-FX, but I didn't show it because it was in the other room and I didn't really want to walk over there. So here's the box for the PC-FX. I'll get to the PC-FX in a minute, but I wanted to show you something that I completely forgot that I picked up just recently, like a week or two ago, at the flea market. So the story goes, I was kind of disappointed because I didn't really find anything that day, and well, right when I was leaving, I saw this guy had a table on it, like the corner of his like little area, and I noticed it had some Game Boy games on it. So went over there, looked, didn't see anything, and right as I was leaving, I saw out of the corner of my eye a whole pile of cell phones, and in the middle of that pile was a N-Gage QD. So I got it. I looked at it. The guy didn't know if it worked, but he wanted $5, so I thought, whatever, $5, not too expensive, so I got it. And, oh, if you're wondering, there's the battery cover right there. I just took it off to show you the main part of it, the quick part about the N-Gage, is, when I got it home, for some reason I wanted to take the battery out. I have no idea why I wanted to do this. But it was like destiny, because as I opened that, took the battery out, and I noticed this, property of Nokia Proto, which is pretty cool. So I guess it might be like a prototype N-Gage or something. And right there is a serial number, which is extremely low, if you can tell. And when you turn it on, it's like has a slightly different. It's like slightly, very, very slightly different than a regular N-Gage BIOS. And it says like some things are locked, which is pretty cool. And that serial number, even stranger than that, is I have another N-Gage, which is just a regular standard N-Gage QD like this one. But this is a proto one, but the other one's regular. And it doesn't have a serial number, it has like an MSIS number. So that's kind of interesting. Okay. Now let me show you like my review of the PC-FX. Just so you know, this video is going to be slightly longer than my regular videos because there's a lot of good videos of the PC-FX on YouTube, but I feel that they don't really cover the system as good as I would like, because there was like a lot of information that I didn't know about it. Like one thing they don't really cover is how big the game cases actually are. From what I know, the PC-FX games came in two main styles. Like this one right here, Battle Heat, comes in this giant, like oversized Genesis case. And then you got another one. And I think this is Angeline, something special too. And it comes like in a regular dual CD dual case. Now just to give you kind of a idea of how big this is, okay, you know these 2-disc dual cases are pretty big, but compared to this, look at, you could fit the whole thing in there, and this PC-FX, the big case completely obliterates it still, and it's like a whole lot taller. And to help give you a better idea, I got right here, standard DVD case, nothing special. Put it next to it. I think they're about the same height. The PC-FX case is like a whole lot thicker. As a matter of fact, just to give you an idea, like here's like the lid to the PC-FX game. Keep knocking them over. And it's like about as thick as the whole DVD case. And that's not where the hugeness ends. When you open it up, which is kind of hard to do. Well, actually, the manual's supposed to go under this phone, but whatever. There's a manual. Don't know how to read it. It's in Japanese. Don't know Japanese. So, I don't know what to tell you. It has some pretty nice artwork and stuff in it, like about all the characters. This game, I really have no idea how to play. It's kind of confusing. It's like an FMV fighting game. I have no idea. And here's about all the English on the back. It's the Humor Network. I have no idea, is that like, were these on the Humor Network? Or were they sponsored? I have no idea. And here's a huge piece of foam that goes in it. It's pretty large. It's a lot bigger than the ones like in the Sega Saturn games. And it's just as big as the whole DVD case almost. The whole DVD case, yeah. And then to finally get to the game, you open this like lid up. And then this could be used to hold 2 discs, I'm guessing, because here's another disc spot. And here's like for Battle Heat. But Battle Heat's only a 1 disc game, so. And you know what's something weird I noticed when I was filming this review for the first time? This is actually the 4th time I tried to do this because I was interrupted a couple times. And the last time my battery died. But there's like this weird sticker right here. I have no idea what it says. I'm guessing it's from the store. So I'll just leave it there. If it was like any other sticker, I would have just got rid of it. But since it probably has to do with the store, I'll just keep it on there. So it goes in there, close the lid, put the manual back first, put the phone back, there, it's done. And now this one, I think it's Angeline Special, just like a standard jewel case. There's the game, there's the manual, and this right here, at first I thought, was it a sticker? But you know what it is? I'm pretty sure, 99% sure, is back when this was in its still brand new plastic, this was like on the outside. And when you're at the store, you saw it like this. And I'm pretty sure, because it has a barcode right there. So let me put that back in here real fast before I lose it. This game is pretty strange. From what I know, this game was also on the Sega Saturn, but in Japan only. So that's the interesting bit. Okay, now here's the box. The box is slightly worn because, from what I know at the time, a lot of the Japanese game systems came in these pretty cheap boxes. So it's pretty hard to find them in like pristine condition. But, I mean, it's not in super bad. Or whatever. And here's like some weird little, I don't know what. Something from the store or something. And the back's like the exact same thing, and the other side's basically this, without this, and here's the price tag. I have the foam, but I don't have the manual, so that's kind of a downer. Okay, next, before I get to the system, I can show you the controller. The controller is pretty similar to the PC Engine Duo RX controller, and from what I know, the only difference is, besides it not having the PC-FX logo right there, is that these switches, instead of being mode 1 and 2, they're turbo 1 and 2. So right here you got a nice little D-pad, nice, I like the design of this controller, nice little indentation, it lifts up a little. Then you got Roman numerals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty nice little design. On the side you got little curves to help your hand grab it. Then right there is some thing in Japanese. Nice little bump right here. No shoulder buttons, kind of a downer. The cord is like the same exact color as the Dreamcast cord, just it's like the purple cord. And then right here is kind of interesting. No one other video ever shows it, but the port looks a lot like the NES. And from the first time I was shooting this, I noticed that the actual thing looks like a happy face, kind of. That's interesting. Might want to focus. I don't know, it was focusing earlier. But it has like a little logo for the port right there. And right here, same thing, but in NEC. Oh, now it's focused. Well, you can kind of see it. And that's about it for the controller. Just to give you like a little bit of another thing to show you how big it is. Here's an N gauge compared to it. This is the QD model, if you didn't know. A little bit smaller. Okay, now here's the system. The system, to me, looks pretty nice. I bought this system mainly for the looks. Right here you got a little port cover, and then it's port. Oh, I gotta hurry. I only got a couple minutes left. And then right here, no other video shows, but it says compact disc, like a lot of the other systems of the 90s. And right here, little port for your memory card goes right in there. The memory cards are pretty rare. They're not super expensive. I see right now you could get them for like $40 boxed, but they're still pretty rare. Then right here is the logo / power button. PC-FX, NEC right there. Then right here, never seen this in another video, but there's actually a little window, so when you put your game in, you can see the disc spinning. Now let me put a game in, my disc in real fast, so you can see the game at the end before I run out of time. Okay, then there's nice little lines right here, like vents. And then on the side right here, you got nice little vents again. Pretty nice design. The other side is exactly the same, so I won't bore you with showing you the other side. Now on the bottom, here's an interesting little thing. I never seen this. Oh, I've seen it on one other video. But on the bottom there's actually another port. I'm not sure what this was for. Let's see if I see it in there. It might have been for like because I'm pretty sure when this system they were planning on making like a card to actually give it 3D abilities, since this system really had no 3D hardware. It was basically for 2D and FMV. And then there's the power. Just so you know, you can use this in the US, even though the US has a little bit more power than the Japanese do. The extra power will just be dissipated as heat. Then right here you got S video. Then right here you got your regular, and you see that right in there? That in the middle is for like RF. Then you open up here. Then there's like a little port in there. And from what the research I could done from Japanese websites about this. Sorry, just a sec. The port. Okay. The research I've done, this is actually, they actually released like a little card that goes in here. And it has an SCSI port like from back in the 90s. So you could plug this into a computer and use it as an external CD-ROM drive, which is pretty interesting. I don't know if I would have used it. I probably would have mostly used it for gaming. And I'm going to show you at first the game Zenki. This system right here, just to let you know, is pretty rare. Not super. You'll be able to get it pretty cheap. They sold less than 100,000, and that's pretty sad considering the system was out for 4 years. This is NEC's last system. Looks pretty good. Oh, and just want you to know, if you want to get this system and you want to actually play a game, this might be a pretty good game to get, because you don't need to know like any any Japanese to play this. So that's just to let you know that real fast. I'm running out of time, so I'll just show you a little bit of the game and this stuff. Okay, it's going. Okay, so right here where the hand is pointing, that's how you start your game. Right here is where you delete and save files and stuff. Right here is where you listen to your CDs. Here's photo disc. I don't know what this does. I think it might like eject the disc or something. And then here's where you start your game. So you press the run button, and then, sorry for the glare, you get to play your game. Pretty cool. Just skipped intro. It's for Zenki. It has a pretty cool intro actually. And a cool thing I discovered by accident, if you press the select and run at the same time, go back to the menu. Okay. Well, since I'm basically out of time, I'll have to cut it short. So see you later. Here's my dog. He's sleeping. See ya.